So here's a fun one. And there's the centers. As the super flips on this are pretty cool. Check them out. So here's a super flip of the last one. Now this is a little different. If you look, these two yellows kind of match up here, and then same thing with these two reds and these two reds and these two reds. So it's kind of a cool pattern, the super flip of the last one, but it wasn't what I was expecting. That's why whenever I get done making any pattern, I do the super flip on it and see what happens. So here's another version with the reversed colors. Kind of like that. I'm pretty proud of this one. So as you look from each of the corners, you get to see the fun color patterns there. So this is the corners that have the three colors, but then even the corners with just one color is pretty darn cool. And what's really neat about this pattern is it can only be done on the even layered cubes or puzzles, so 4, 6, and 8, because two of the centers, I think it was this center and this center, that I had to switch out in order to make this puzzle. I liked it so much, I'm going to show you a 4x4 in the next clip. So here's a 6x6, 8x8, and 4x4. And this is the only way you can do the pattern is when you have even, so you can flip the sides. Kind of like the 6x6 with that narrow gap in between. That's pretty cool. And the 8x8 actually has kind of a cool pattern in that also. And then over here you can see that the 4x4 is kind of interesting. I think I have a different brand because my red and green, the direction and the order is different. But looking at the 4x4, so here's from the corners of one color. That's pretty cool looking. But then if you look from the 3 different color corners, that is pretty cool. I've already showed you that one. Cool. This is what it looks like with one super flip on it from some of the corners. And then from the single corners, single color corners. So interesting. I think it actually is better the other way with not the super flip. Here's another super flip on that original solve that way, but it just isn't nearly as good as the first one. So I mean, you look at the corners with just one, it looks okay. But when you look at 2, it's just not as good, because here there's red, green, and the opposite of that. But it just, anyway, I wanted you to see it anyway. This is the super flip of the last one, and I did not anticipate this. It's pretty cool, but at the same time, I thought about making this pattern originally. Anyway, so this is a super flip of the last one. Here are some of the centers. This is another super flip of that solve from 2 times ago. I think it's pretty cool. This is what one of the centers look like. And then the faces. This is a second super flip compared to the last one. Sorry about the goofy colors. Not the best recording phone. This is a super flip of the last solve. Here's one of the and another cool super flip. And here's what the centers look like.